Everyone is so stupid.
I'd have to agree this week after hearing the news of Taylor Swift and her engagement to Travis.
Travis Kelsey, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It almost broke the internet, and I don't understand why. Nothing, if you're a fan of theirs, great, but there's grown ass men crying about the news that, because they're so excited that they're getting married. Who cares?
I've never understood
Good for them.
caring this much about a celebrity. It's weird.
Well, not only that, celebrity marriage, and not that I want anything bad. I want their marriage to last a long time and them, live happily ever after. But most celebrity marriages don't. It was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and Brad Pitt and whoever else. I think Jennifer Aniston. I think it was.
Yeah.
Or was it whoever the hell it was. I don't know, and I don't care about celebrity marriage. The whole thing we talked about yesterday, the royals. Who cares? Care about your own life.
Weird.
Worry about your own wedding. I don't get that excited about your sister's getting married in 2 weeks, and I love her to death, but I'm not going to. I mean, maybe that day there might be some tears. I know your mom's going to cry, but that makes sense. Who the hell cares about celebrity weddings? I just never got into it.
Yeah, I don't. It's
for grown men to cry. And there was even I think that went viral too. There was a professor that announced it, and everyone started cheering, and then he dismissed them from the day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like that was more of a bit than anything.
It could have been. Well, good for him if it was, because it went viral. But still, at the same time, there's kids freaking out. And if you're a teenage girl, that's fine. But if you're even close to adulthood and you're freaking out about this, and it's your whole life, and you got to post it 20 different times. I mean, reposting's fine, but come on. If it's your whole life, the Swifties are just, I shouldn't even say it because we'll probably get bombed now. Swifties are nuts. I'm going on record as saying it. Some of them are just nuts.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like.
And they're talented. I mean, more power to them. But
like a parasocial relationship with a celebrity is just weird.
Yep, that's all I got. That's my take on it. We're probably going to get hate mail now, but that's all right.
Who cares?
Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will. Forgot her name for a second. I'm Bill. I do know that. And
do you?
My co-host is my son, Will.
You know that?
I do know that.
Oh, do you know?
I don't know much. I do know some things, though. I know you're a smart ass.
But, I wonder who I got that from.
Your mother.
Probably.
Well, we can jump right into it. We do got a lot of things to talk about. Some more important than others. Where you want to start?
I want you to start by going over the freaking list of shit we're going to talk about.
We do have you got a list, and I wrote some notes down. We're pretty much it is, but we're pretty much unscripted. We just kind of fly off the cuff here, but we do kind of structure it a little bit. But you got Shohei being the GOAT. Mm-hmm. You can interpret that as being an ass too. That could be insulting.
No, GOAT, the acronym GOAT, greatest of all time.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it could.
No. Everyone knows what
good
that
thing
means.
I'm up on stuff. Well, I am old, but I'm up on stuff.
Well,
all right. Well, what do you? Go ahead. He's the GOAT. What do you think?
Yeah. He.
Well, that was really good.
Shut up.
For you telling me how great a player he is, you don't have much here. You want me to pause it? You want to regroup? You want to edit me out?
I want you to shut up.
It's going to be the Will show pretty soon because he's going to edit me out because he knows I don't know how to use the edit button very well.
You don't know how to do anything with the editing.
What's his stats? I don't care too.
His pitching is kind of crappy because he is only pitching like 2 innings or 3 innings per outing, but it doesn't matter.
Over 40 home runs. What, 45 now, is he?
Yeah. Speaking of that, He is the first major leaguer since Jamie Foxx did so in 1932 to have at least 120 runs, 90 walks, and 45 homers prior to September in a season. And yeah, that's pretty goat-like. And he's also pitching at the same time and doing really well, except for one outing, which
well, somebody else did it too. So
not this
first guy, the
long in his
greatest,
career.
and he didn't pitch either. The other, so
And you know, we're gonna look this.
I'm just screwing with you. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's
No, I want to actually see how, like, what Babe did while he pitched.
you're going there again.
Yeah, I want to see how.
Babe Ruth is one of the greatest of all time. Shohei's got a long way to go to reach those numbers, but hell, at his pace, the way he's going, he's going to get there pretty darn
He's already
quick.
better. It's just a fact.
He's 50-50, 50 home runs, 50 steals. Babe never did that.
Yeah, Babe was too busy drinking and smoking.
That was what you did back then. There wasn't cable. There wasn't streaming services. You had to make your own
You couldn't be on
entertainment.
the iPad in the dugout.
That's true. And if a
Yeah.
fan talked crap, you just punched him in the face. That's what they did.
Yeah, Babe did that. He got suspended for a couple of games.
He did. Fan probably never did that again.
He also threw dirt in the umpire's eye, which I thought that was so funny. Reading the little newspaper article about it.
Well, that's not very nice, but yeah, it's all right. The umpire ticked him off. Babe, they did a lot of drinking and smoking back in those days. Cigars, not weed like they probably do today to calm
Cody
themselves.
Bellinger looks high in the dugout every single night, and it is the funniest joke that baseball fans have just been continuing since. Allegedly, yes, allegedly.
Yep.
So Babe pitched from 1914 to 1920. Well, 1921 technically consecutively, but he did not pitch very much in those last 2 years. He pitched 1 and then 2 games. And then he pitched 2 games the rest of his career. So Shohei is doing something that not even the Babe did. He only did one or the other. He never really continued both. He only did one season where he did both, a substantial amount of both, and that is 1919. He pitched 17 games in total, started 15 of them, had a 2.97 ERA and a 9-5 record for Boston. And then in that same year, he played in 131 games as a batter. And then his numbers were he had 12 doubles, 29 homers, 114 RBIs, and 101 walks. I mean, Shohei's doing that for at least 5 years now, for half a decade. Babe only did that once. I mean,
yeah, but Babe was blasting balls out. He was hitting more home runs than
he was
entire teams.
also.
Wait a minute, whoa. He was hitting more home runs than entire teams. They didn't want him pitching anymore. They didn't need him pitching. They wanted him to hit. Especially the Yanks. They wanted him to hit.
He was also playing before black people were allowed to play, so that's a little.
Well, that's true, but there's a lot of good players that he played.
Not even just black people, just any minority. Like Japanese players weren't allowed to play. We don't know how good those Japanese players were back then.
Yeah, good point. But I'm saying I think if they needed Babe's arm to pitch, they would have had him pitch more.
They did, and they
wanted him to.
Yeah, when he needed to pitch, he did it in 1933. The year I'm pretty sure they went to. I'm pretty sure that's the called shot year was 33. I know it was in the 30s. I can't remember which year exactly. And then 31, 21, and then 20, and then basically every year before that he was pitching and doing some version of hitting, even though it wasn't. It was like 50, 60 games he would also hit.
Hey, I agree. Ohtani, he's not the GOAT yet, but he's getting there. He's the GOAT right now of active players, probably, or one of them. I mean,
I think Judge is a better overall hitter. Otani's just a better overall player. He's got more tools.
Yeah. He can beat you in way more ways.
Because he's also got speed. Judge doesn't have that. He's got pitching.
I think his speed is down this year, but hell, come on, he's been injured. He's
I think
still doing great.
They stopped him from running because he hurt his shoulder in the World Series.
I remember that. And
Yankee fans were cheering. I remember that too.
Yankee fans are they're pretty relentless.
They're awful. I remember they were winning. John Boy posted a video about it. They were winning in a game against the Cleveland Indians. I think back when they were the Indians, and the outfielder jumped up against the wall and hurt his arm, and then fans were like laughing at him in the crowd, and then one of the other Guardians players went up in the stands and was talking crap to the guy because he was just being an asshole. And it was just a huge thing. And then they started throwing beer cans at the players, and they had to like take everyone off the field.
Sounds
It was
like New York.
It was that was after they had won the game. After coming back, I remember that.
Well, since we mentioned Judge, do you want to run down some of his stats? He's climbing Yankee ladder to history for sure.
No.
Or okay, you want to just keep going in the line of list? It's the next one anyway.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Do you want to quit being a pain in the butt then and just do why?
No, because
Why?
it's fun. Aaron Judge is looking to change the Yankee top 5 all-time home run leaderboard for the first time since August 7th of 1957.
That's a little way back. A little ways back.
So from this list, it looks like it would have either been Yogi or Mickey, and I'm pretty sure it was Yogi. Because Mickey would have done it before this, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Yogi was the last one in the top 5.
I don't know when Yogi retired. I wasn't there.
So Judge is one behind Yogi right now, and I have to check and see what he's at.
We could look that up. I mean,
it's too much.
If you got time in between yelling at your father, then yeah, very insubordinate today.
No.
Well,
no. Yeah, it's probably Yogi Berra. He's at 357 still. But yeah, I mean, just a crazy thing to pass Yogi Berra. He's a Hall of Famer.
The list is friggin' incredible. Everyone, I
mean, yeah, Yogi's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Are one of the most storied franchises in history.
They're the most storied baseball.
Well, in
franchise,
baseball, yeah,
I would say
yeah.
Probably the most storied North American franchise. I mean, maybe the Packers for football are more like iconic in like.
Not the Bears.
I mean, the Bears have like the one.
I just want to say the Bears. I don't really care. I was watching an Adam Sandler movie or stand up, and he had a tribute to Chris Farley, and that just brought that up. The Bears, yeah. Okay. Anyway,
this Yogi was from St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. Surprised you didn't know that. I'm sure I told you, and you just ignored me.
You did not know that. Shut up.
You don't know what I know.
You don't know.
There's a lot of knowledge in this brain that needs to come out, and you just can't take it all in.
No.
And my knowledge comes from back in the day. They didn't have Google back when I was growing up. They had baseball cards. I got that's where I learned all my stats from, was back of baseball cards and random weird facts about people's dogs because they put that on there.
Well, how many home runs did Babe Ruth have as a Yankee?
It was 650 something, I believe. But he's got 714 all time.
That's really 659. Yeah. He's got 715 all time.
Yeah, the 659 for the Yankees doesn't matter. Well, to the Yankees maybe, but God, that's a lot of home runs. 714 all time, I know that.
Yep.
755 was Hank Aaron.
755 is Hank Aaron, and then 756 or 7 is the little steroid boy.
Wow, yeah. And then the new ones I don't know because I haven't bought baseball cards since probably you were a baby.
I mean,
because then you got expensive,
just passed A-Rod.
Then you got super expensive, you and your sister, and it killed the habit, or the hobby. So I couldn't collect anymore.
This top 15 all time for the Yankees.
You're just running past my joke. I'm just ignoring me.
It.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Yankees top 5 all time is amazing. They got is that Dave Winfield?
Dave Winfield was awesome.
Yep, Dave Winfield, Teixeira, Giambi, Mattingly, Nettles, Jeter, Posada. Who is this? Bernie Williams. Oh,
Bernie was good.
A-Rod, Judge, Berra, DiMaggio, Gehrig, Mickey, and then the Babe.
A lot of home
The
runs, a
GOAT.
lot of Hall of Famers on that list.
493 for Gehrig. I know we talked about this a couple times. It's just so
Gehrig,
crazy.
God, in his shortened career, he could have been
Only 14 seasons. If he would have played more,
he would have been at tops. Plus, the way he played in the lineup when he retired, he had more grand slams than anybody in history.
Not even just that. He had such a good lineup behind him. He had DiMaggio coming in right after Babe left and went
Yeah, the bases
to
were always packed.
the Dodgers to manage for a year, which
Yep.
I always found weird.
And just think of how many more World Series titles they would have won with a healthy Gehrig.
Yeah, and then it would have been an even better transition from Gehrig and DiMaggio to DiMaggio and Mantle,
yeah.
and then Mantle and Maris and Berra, and then into the 70s with
they might not have hated Maris too if they would have had all that other talent.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
Well,
Yankee fans are fucking weird.
And again, you can what if everything to death when it comes to baseball or any sport really, but if Mantle could have been healthy, he would have challenged for that all-time home run record. If Maris wouldn't have been out, if Mantle would have won the 61, home run title, or at least been healthy, it would have been close. It was still pretty close, sort of. And just think about what could have happened. They could have been teammates for several years instead of him leaving a year or two later.
Yep. He was on the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals team with Bob Gibson that won the World Series. And then he was also on the 68 team that the Tigers beat in the 68 series the very next year against the Cardinals.
Sorry, Maris.
Yeah. Well, he got a ring with them the year before. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great series. The Tigers came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat Bob Gibson twice.
Yep.
One of the greatest of all time.
Really was. All right, so back on track.
We get a little bit more Yankee news.
Okay. You got Yankee news. I was done.
No, we have Yankee news.
Hey, sports fans, if you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call, and that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800. Okay, well, then I guess I have Yankee news. Jazz Chisholm becomes the 6th Yankee all-time with the 2025 season, which is hard to believe with their lineup.
Yeah,
but they had a lot of power hitters that hit a lot of home runs. They weren't really, I guess, the speed factor.
I mean, they're known as the Bronx Bombers. They're not known for their speed.
But he joins former Detroit Tiger Curtis Granderson, Alex Rodriguez, Alfonso Soriano, Ricky Henderson, and Bobby Bonds, Barry's papa, Barry's dad. So good players there.
Yeah, really good players. I mean, Jazz is one of my favorite Yankees.
And Granderson was just Granderson also.
Love Granderson.
Granderson 1 year.
Love Granderson. He had over 300 home runs.
Well, him and Willie May, he was fast too. He had 1 year he had 20 home runs, 20 triples, 20 doubles, 20 home runs, 20 steals, and something else. I think he was one of the only players in history besides Willie Mays to do it. Which Willie was so good too. They consider him a 5-tool player. He was fast. He had a lot of power.
I think he's like when you think of a 5-tool player, you think of him because of how
tops,
well-rounded he was and everything. Yeah, Granderson finished with 344 home runs.
I think. How many hits did he have?
Why doesn't it say on here? That's annoying.
I wonder if he's Hall of Fame numbers. I mean, 300 home runs is good.
He might. He's got 1,800 hits even.
That's low for Hall of Fame.
249 batting average, though.
249 batting average.
He's got over 1,200 runs and almost 1,000 RBIs, 153 stolen bases.
I think he was great. But
I think he was amazing.
Yeah.
He got the Roberto Clemente Humanitarian Award. He's won a Silver Slugger, 3-time All-Star. He probably doesn't have a Hall of Fame career, but he's got a pretty good career. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's awesome. I'm a part of the groups that vote on the
Depends on
stuff in the chat.
yeah. It depends on who you ask on there. Yeah. He's got the low batting average is pretty bad. That probably will keep him out.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, he's one of the best Tigers we've had in the last 20 years. He's one of the
He's
best
electric,
players
yeah.
over the
Well, he had
last
some good
25
seasons
years.
with us. Hell, that 2020
Yeah, not even just for the
season was
Tigers.
great.
He's just been one of the best players. I remember him on like the Mets teams that he was on after he left, the Yankees team when he left us.
He had a lot for the Yankees. He had some.
Yeah.
He had some really
Who else
good
did he
power
play with?
numbers. But he
Played
had
with
over
the
40, I
Dodgers for a
believe.
year. He played with Toronto. Played with Miami, Milwaukee. I did not remember that one. That was 2018.
Me either.
Oh, there was just a little. Okay, so he was on 3 teams in 2018. Toronto, or no, 2. It was Toronto and Milwaukee. The way they split that up is weird. And lastly, with the Yankees, on the 27th, the Yankees had their 3rd game this season with at least 6 different players hitting a home run. That is the most of those type of games in a single season by a team in MLB history. That's crazy.
Yep. That's all I got to add is yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the Bronx Bombers doing, the thing they're named for.
Yeah, they got to earn that name. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for the Yanks.
Yeah, we got one more little baseball thing, I think, and then we can move on to a different sport. Brian Wu has been pretty freaking good. Yeah, Wu. A la Ric Flair. The Seattle Mariners posted the other day a tip of the cap to Brian Wu on 25 straight 6-inning or more outings to start the season, which that's just crazy.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Well, we're not going to talk too much about him because every time we do, we tend to jinx him. But Aroldis Chapman is having one heck of a season right now too, and that's all we'll say about that.
Lastly, with Brian Wu, he turned 25 in January and is on pace for his 2nd straight season with a sub 0.95 whip. The only pitcher in MLB history to have consecutive seasons with a sub 0.95 whip and a minimum of 100 innings pitched prior to turning 26 is Walter Johnson, one of the greatest pitchers of all time from 1912 to 1913, one of the pioneer pitchers in baseball history, has like the most complete games, the most shutouts of all time. Just an amazing player. And yet, I mean, you're if you're doing something that he did,
good company, yeah, good company to be in. Yep, and then I think we got one more thing on baseball news, which Tiger fans will care about. Riley Green, of course, got his 30th home run, but he was the 100 RBIs. I think he's at 101.
5th player this season to 100.
This season, but he's the first Detroit Tiger player since 2017 to hit 100 RBIs, which, man, that's...
Yeah. The Tigers...
that's a long time without 100 RBIs.
Sucked for a long time, and that was
we got close,
Nick Castellanos.
Maybe. Yeah, and then Miggy was a perennial 100 RBI guy when he was healthy, but, it's been some time. But I think, I don't know, what else you got? I think that wraps it up for baseball.
Yeah. Well, actually, let's just run over the standings for a little bit because they're getting a little tighter. So the Dodgers only have a 1-game lead over the San Diego Padres right now in the NL West. The Brewers are gaining their lead on Chicago. It's 6.5 right now. And the Phillies have a 6-game lead over the Mets in the NL East. In the AL West, the Astros have gained a game since we last talked about it on the Mariners. They're now 3 games up. And the Yankees have finally overtaken the Red Sox for 2nd place. They are now 2 games behind the Blue Jays. And the Tigers still have the biggest lead in all of baseball. They have an 8.5-game lead over the Kansas City Royals, who are only 2 games back in the wild card.
Let's go Tigers. Yay.
And speaking of the wild card, let's quickly jump over to it. The current wild card teams are the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Mariners, with the Royals 2 games out, the Rangers 2.5 games out, the Guardians 3 games out, and the Rays 5.5 games out. The Angels are also 8.5 games out, but they're well under 500, and I don't think they're coming back.
Yeah, and this is as of today. We're recording on Sunday, so
Yeah, the 31st,
that's going to change later this afternoon.
At 11:06 a.m.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, it's now 11:07, but time moves. The NL wild card is the Cubs, the Padres, and the Mets. The Reds are currently god awful. They're 500 and they're 5 games out, and I don't think anyone else is worth talking about in the NL wild card. I thought the AL wild card was bad, and then I looked at the NL. All the teams suck. We do probably need a realignment.
Well, we're closing in on the end of the season really, really quick. It'll be before you know it. And then
1 month
playoffs
left,
start.
starting tomorrow.
So we're, I think we're going to have some tight races on a couple of those. Tigers, I don't think they'll catch us. So I think Tigers are going to run away with it. But any predictions that changed from your last World Series prediction? I'm optimistic. My pick is still Detroit making it all the way. I don't know if they'll win, but I'm hoping they do. Yankees, I don't know about them. What do you think?
Right now, it's there's about 6 teams that have it that are in really running for it, and it's the Yankees, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Cubs, Tigers.
I think Dodgers might make it again. I don't know.
The Dodgers have had a lot of pitching injuries, and it's kind of just derailed them. Even though, everyone is making such a big deal, like, oh, they have too many pitchers, and then all of them get injured, and now their pitching sucks. And
yeah, the injuries
can
kill any team, no matter how good they are.
Right now, the Tigers are looking as the best AL team, even though they've been kind of shaky. They'll win like 2 or 3 and lose 1, and then they'll lose like 5 and win like 2, and it's just a weird.
It's a little frustrating, but we're still number 1.
Yeah, if they didn't have the good start that they had in the beginning, they would be a lot worse right now. So I'm a little concerned about that, but.
So basically, all this talking the last 2 minutes, all I asked you was, who's your pick for the World Series? I got nothing out of you. Just
I'm thinking. Shut up.
I'm going with the Tigers because I think we'll pull it out, but I don't know.
Who are they going to face?
Don't care.
That's not an answer. Who are they going to face?
I think Dodgers are going to. I don't know.
I think it's either going to be the Cubs,
sure,
or the Phillies. The Brewers.
I just say Dodgers because I want them to I want them to get there again, but I don't want them to win.
The Brewers feel weird to me. I don't feel like.
Well, Brewers are killing it right now. That's the thing, but I don't think
Bob
they can sustain it.
Passed away last year. Like, I feel like they could do it. Like, they feel like one of those
Brewers
teams.
are a good pick. Yeah,
after Hank Aaron died, the Braves won. I kind of feel that energy from them. Like, they
in Boston after the bombing, they won.
Yeah, after the marathon bombing, they won both that and then the Super Bowl.
Although Yankees had a hell of a season after September 11th, they did not win though.
The Patriots won though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had
strong, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. I still don't know. I got a straight answer.
Either the Phillies or the Brewers.
Brewers could definitely. Yeah. Brewers Brewers got the best record in baseball right now, I think, with 85 wins. So they're definitely in the lead, but I don't know if they're going to sustain that. But they might. They got a decent lead, right?
Yeah, they have a 5-game lead in the.
I just would like to see Ohtani back in the World Series.
Overall, they have a 5-game lead for MLB for the best record, and then for.
So you don't want to see your GOAT, back in the World Series?
No, he's my current GOAT for this generation, but.
Thought it was Cal Raleigh.
No, Cal Raleigh's just the GOAT because he's awesome this season. If he stops performing this well next season, he's like a regular human again. The only reason that everyone's going crazy about Cal Raleigh, and I only did it to just make fun of it, is because he's having a good season this year. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit when he was hitting 29 home runs and being a platinum glove catcher. They didn't care until he started doing
Well,
this.
he did. He set the record for catchers, though, this year. And for switch hitters, switch hit home runs.
In multi-home run games for a switch hitter, he passed Mickey. Yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah. So he's doing a lot, but, yeah, it could just, if it's that, could be a fluke. It might not be.
He also broke the Mariners record for home runs before the All-Star break, and he's going to probably break their record for home runs in total because it was like 54, and he's pretty sure he's going to get 4 by the end of the year at least.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. It could go cold. We don't know.
All right.
Go Tigers.
Yep, go Tigers. All right, well.
And speaking of Michigan sports teams, let's go to the Wolverines.
Okay.
Michigan beat New Mexico yesterday. The final score was 34-17. And their freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood, set a freshman quarterback record for passing in his debut with 251 yards, breaking the previous record of 179 yards by Tate Forcier in 2009.
Yeah, they had a heck of a game. And, yeah, he's one of 4 freshman quarterbacks to win his season opener. So good job all around. He had a heck of a game, though.
Yeah. They had 452 total yards, 201 rushing yards, 251 passing, and 9 tackles for loss. It was a really good game.
Yep. Good job, Michigan.
Yep.
Hopefully many, many, many more this season.
Yeah, I want them to go undefeated. And as always, fuck Ohio State.
Exactly.
Moving on to the NFL. The Cowboys are trading defensive end Micah Parsons to the Packers for defensive tackle Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And, yeah, the Packers immediately agreed to a 4-year, $188 million extension with $136 million guaranteed. And that was from Rap Sheet, Tom Pelissero, and Jane Slater. But yeah, arguably the best defensive player in the NFL is now the 3rd player this season to break the NFL record for highest paid defensive player per year.
Yeah, we talked about the other 2 previously, but
yeah, we talked about Trey Hendrickson last week and TJ Watt a couple weeks ago.
And you are not happy with the trade?
More so, I'm not happy he's in the Lions division, and we're going to have to play him 2, maybe 3 times a year, especially if they're in the playoffs.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. And hopefully we do. But Lions,
yeah, but like, I was happy with him on that fucking nobody Cowboys team. He's the only good player that they have. Let him have that. And then they take away from the Cowboys, and now the Cowboys just suck even more.
Well, that means we got to step it up even more.
But also, I think everyone's saying that this is worse than the Luka trade earlier this year, where the fucking Mavericks blew up their championship team and traded Luka to the Lakers, and then the Lakers sucked ass because LeBron like broke his leg or something. I don't remember what he did. I think he tore his Achilles or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, in other football news, or were you?
No, that's basically it. It's just a terrible trade.
Well, and we got an update on Shiloh Sanders, former Buccaneer safety. The NFL fined him $4,669, which is just a stupid amount. Why not $4,500 or $5,000? But whatever. But he got fined for punching another player and being ejected from last Saturday night's preseason game against Buffalo. Wound up being released shortly after and has not been signed by any other NFL team as of yet. So, whoops. But I'm watching the punch right now as we speak.
Yeah, then that's per Adam Schefter.
Should have laid it in a little more.
I mean, he's punching a helmet. It's kind of dumb to do that.
Yeah,
that's from NFL insider Adam Schefter.
I mean, I'm looking at it. The guy was a lot bigger than him, but I don't know why. I don't know what
he's literally a helmet taller than him.
But it's football. It's a contact sport already. Why would he hit him for? It doesn't look like.
I mean, he
I
was just
think
kind of pushing him back, and I think it was making him like
he was, but I'm thinking
mad or
I'm
whatever.
thinking Sanders may have been out of line with that one.
Yeah, it's just funnier that it happened more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that wraps it up for football. Unless you got anything else. All right.
No,
Well,
we can go to basketball now. And starting with basketball, Detroit Pistons free agent Michael Beasley has received determination that he is not a target in the Eastern District of New York's gambling investigation, potentially opening the door for the sharpshooter with the most threes in the NBA last season to resume his free agency. And that is per Shams on Twitter.
yeah. Well, good for him. There's a lot of
Yeah, I want the Pistons to sign him back. I mean,
yeah, there's just a lot of allegations going around for some of the Guardians,
two Guardians
players.
yeah.
Yeah, so well, at least he was cleared. I mean, if there was no wrongdoing, he should be cleared.
Yeah.
But some folks are cleared, and there is wrongdoing. So who knows? But he's in the clear.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I just want the Pistons to sign like anyone really. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, I mean, we made the playoffs last season. I'd love to see it again. We haven't won a championship since what was that 04-05 team or 05-06 somewhere. in
Yeah, I
there.
think something like that.
Back with Chauncey Billups on the team, and then God, they traded. We get good players, then they trade them off. We should have repeated that too. We should have been back-to-back champs again.
Yeah.
That last game come down to the wire, but whatever. It is what it is. I want to see them back.
Back-to-back finals.
Yep. I want to see all our sports teams back in the playoffs so Detroit can be a powerhouse with Tigers, Pistons, Lions.
Lions start next week.
Yep. And we do have the potential. Tigers are a championship team right now. They're
Got a potential to win multiple championships in the same year because of how good these teams are.
That's right.
And that's a thing that we haven't had in a while.
Yeah. At least at the same time. I mean, last year we had two Lions and Tigers made the playoffs, but
yeah,
obviously neither one of them won the big show. So hopefully this year is our year for everything. Be awesome to do that. But
yeah. Well, speaking of Tigers, one little thing that we forgot. We mentioned that he was the first Tiger since 2017 to have 100 RBIs, but he is the first Tiger since Miggy to have 30 home runs and 100 RBIs.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Well, and then the last basketball thing I think we have is John Wall's retirement, if you want to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, Washington Wizards legend, played there for 10 seasons.
5-time All-Star.
Yep, 5-time NBA All-Star. Just one of the guys that's just been around for a little bit. And it's
Slam
just
dunk
really
champ.
Yeah. He's just really good. I mean, doesn't have any like crazy stats. He doesn't have MVPs, but like just a really good player and finally retiring. He's played 11 full seasons.
So shout out to him. Not that he's listening, but good for him.
Yeah.
Just to finish your career in retirement, that's the goal. You want, and he's young though. I think he's still in his 30s. So to retire,
Yeah, he's 34.
That's really young. I mean, sports take a toll on you, but you know what? Why not retire while you're very young so you can spend all that money you made and actually enjoy it? That's the American dream, right? You work all your life, you should be able to retire, but you don't want to work until you're 85 and then retire and then die the next day. I mean, it's just tragic. You don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So good for him. Hopefully he has a good rest of his life and he's, can go on to something else. But I think that about wraps it up for us, unless you got something else.
Nope, that's it.
So feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And tell your friends about us.
And here's a random clip of the week.